What a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome everyone to the home of the Golden Bears in Berkeley in California Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the California Golden Bears. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Cal Golden Bears offense will be first on the attack. Guys, when the action's on the line, all bets are off. And last year it was a rally from the sturdy Golden Bears in the fourth quarter, and it was to the house, the axe to go.
Yeah, and the axe was definitely Mendoza and company upside Stanford. Like, they took care of business. They cut that tree down, scoring the last 17 points of the ball game. Unbelievable job rallying late in that football game, making the plays they needed to make. And I'm going to guess, Jesse, that Stanford hasn't forgotten that.
No, they haven't. I think the one good thing Stanford did in that game a year ago was they were able to stop the run. So they need that trend to continue. No more Mendoza throwing the football for Cal in this game, but whenever these two teams meet up in the big game, you know the physical team, normally the team that takes it home.
Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy, and he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Pocket breaking down. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
The Golden Bears are on the move. Here's a heat. He's got it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
And the Golden Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Here we go. Pulls it and fires to the left. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Brown will throw it. Here comes the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game, they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Stanford's offense has its first opportunity of the day. A matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
And this is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. And now on second down for this offense. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on third down. Brown wants to pass. He lost it high and deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. A sweet return after the pick, and they'll have it at the 43.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the driver.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Brown will throw it. Finds his big tight end. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Rushes on him. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Fights off the defender. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. He's got him. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking downfield very late in the half. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. He's got it on the move. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. The Golden Bears will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cal!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking for space. It's Ford. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Take off your helmet and give me a kiss next time.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, massive expectations when the axe is on the line, and through 2 quarters, Cal and Stanford have not disappointed. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Cal and Stanford plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Golden Bears will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll bring it back. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Brown wants to pass. Here's the pressure. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground and getting the football out, a little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And how about that? That's two really good plays in a row by this defense. They gave up a lot of yards to get down here, bowing their necks up. It's most important when you get in this area. Second and goal now, they get the big stop.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll try to start this final period by putting a 3 spot on the board. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
Brown will throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Ford. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on third down. Looking to the big tight end. Finds space on the right. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on, so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
Stanford wants to push the pace.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Second down, they'll go to the air. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Under fire. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. They get to the line quickly. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Stanford going back to work with another first down. Holds and fires complete to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Brown wants to pass. Going for it all. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the...
Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll take another shot here. Touchdown, Cardinal! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger. Oh, a lot of space. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
They want that clock to run. What a tough-minded, hard-edged run. He gets it to the 24. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. The give on the inside. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The run from the shotgun. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Absolute shank. Missed it. After the missed field goal, this lead still sitting at 13.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Brown will throw it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Off and running. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
The game is over. Band is not on the field, and it is the sturdy Golden Bears who will come home with the coveted axe after beating Stanford. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.